Hi, welcome to Paleo Greenbird. This is Greenbird, and today's video is going to be something a little bit different. Recently, a few individuals who I have casual interaction with outside of the YouTube community and in real life actually discovered my channel and gave me a little bit of feedback as far as my bandana. They thought that was a little bit amusing. They've never seen me in that, and sort of chuckled. And I noticed 2 or 3 people brought it up. So I thought, hey, this is a great opportunity to make a video and explain why I wear the bandana. And okay, so the first reason that I wear this bandana, reason number 1, is protection. Okay, so this offers me a lot of protection against a number of different elements, against insects, bugs, ticks. Even when I wear my hat, I still wear my bandana under it because it seems to protect me and reduce the chances of insects biting me and ticks crawling underneath. It protects me from the sun. If any of you have seen me in my other videos, you might know that I keep my hair very short and I don't have a robust amount of hair, so protects me from being sunburned, much like what the military, why they always have their hat on. Same thing, they have a really short haircut, protects you from the sun, protects you from the wind. You lose a lot of heat through your head, so anytime there's wind blowing against your head, you're losing heat, and also allows you the opportunity to get it wet if you want to and put it on your head. That way you can stay cool in the summertime if you want to. I mean, there's just a number of different reasons how you can use this as an application. I can put it across my face to protect me against dust or sand. If I'm in an environment where there's a lot of blowing debris around, I can put it around my mouth. So that's reason number 1, is protection. So reason number 2 is in any type of a survival situation, or I guess not just survival like many might think of as going out in the woods, but also maybe you find yourself lost when you're hiking, or you're in a situation where your car breaks down, you're on the side of the road and you find yourself in a situation where you're forced to go into the environment. It makes a really good signal, so you can always use this. Is bright yellow, people can see it. I can wave it through the air. It's very, very easily seen. Other people can see it. If I'm with another person and I need to use signals as far as maybe like hunting or coordinating movement, it's an easy, you can keep it flat and then flash it, and that can be your signal as to when you're going to take whatever action that you've agreed you're going to take. So that's number 2 for signaling. Number 3, one of the most important aspects is that if I'm ever lost, if I'm ever in the woods, and maybe I got off the trail, or for whatever reason I need help, this headband is very easily seen. By the time somebody calls in, the fact that I'm missing, if anybody's looking for me, you'd be surprised how many times people will be lost in the woods, or people will need assistance, and the people who are searching for them are maybe 50 yards, 20 yards, 10 yards away from them. And unless you're making a bunch of noise, or that they're there looking for you, they can easily walk past you. So this yellow bandana stands out from the environment in any season, even in the fall when the leaves are changing colors. There's really nothing that is this color, especially since it has the paisley designs and stuff on it. So really works well if you're looking to be identified. If there's a helicopter looking for you from the air, much easier to spot this yellow bandana that doesn't belong than it is to try and find you in your natural clothes with your brown or blonde or red hair or whatever it is. It's easily blending into the environment. Number 4. The number 4 reason is for medical purposes. So this bandana can do a number of different things. It can be a tourniquet if I get injured and I need to cut off a blood supply. I can tear it into a couple different pieces, and I can use it to tie sticks around my arms or my legs if I have a broken bone. And also, I can use it for basic hygiene. So if I'm in an environment or in a situation rather, where maybe I spend 3 or 4 days before someone is able to find me, or before I'm able to make my way out, hygiene is really important. You can get not just sick, but a lot of inconvenience things like rashes, or just the general sense of being unclean. So you can always use it for hygiene purposes. So number 4 is medical. So number 5 is you can use it for trail markers. I can rip my headband into multiple different pieces, and I can tie them onto branches as I'm trying to find my way out. Maybe I find a trailhead, or I just decide to go in a specific direction based upon intuition and knowledge. If I know what direction I'm headed and what direction I anticipate there being some sort of population, I can use that to track my trail, so that if maybe I'm unsuccessful, I can find my way back to where I originally started. And also, if anybody is looking for me and they find that, they'll have a trail to follow to get to me. So as far as marking trails, marking locations, maybe I find water somewhere, or maybe I find a really good place where I know that there's a game trail where I can do some trapping, and I mark it. And I mark it with a piece of that bandana, so it can come in handy that way. So speaking of water and water sources, the bandana can be a great source for filtering your water, whether it just be filtering the large debris, the leaves, the sticks, the dirt, whatever it is that you're filtering out of your water. Maybe you dug down deep to find water, so it's muddy. Maybe you found a water supply, but it's only so-so, and whether you can boil it or not is irrelevant, but you need to get that material out of there. Your bandana can be a great source for that. Maybe you've already had a fire. If you have already had a fire, you can use the charcoal, you can find some dried grass, you can build yourself a little water filter to pour that water through your bandana, through your homemade filter. Number of different directions you can go there. I definitely haven't touched upon all of them, but just a basic point as to how that can affect your water supply. Number 7 is storage. So, when you're in a situation where you're either unexpectedly surviving or enduring, or however you want to look at it, in the elements, you only have so many pockets, you only have so many things that you can use as far as a container. So this could be used to, maybe you find berries. Instead of cramming 5 berries in your pocket, they get crushed, and by the time you get them out of your pocket, they're mush. You can use your bandana to collect those, or maybe it's to collect tinder. You find some horseshoe fungus or some chaga or some dried leaves, something that's in an environment where you need to really cherish those resources. You have a way of capturing those and to store those. You can put it next to your body. You can wrap it up in that bandana, put it in your body. Gives you the benefit of body heat to keep that dry, or to dry it out if it's already wet. So basically any resource that you're gathering, you can always just tie it up in your bandana, and you know that you'll have it. Number 9, which is really important, is it gives you a little bit of unexpected cordage. So you can take your bandana and you can cut it into tiny strips or big strips or whatever size that you need at any given time. You can weave them together or twist them together if you need a stronger cordage, or you can just leave them in the strips that they're in, and that allows you to, even if you only come up with 2 or 3 feet of cordage, or 3 or 4 feet of cordage, if you have enough to just bind a couple of branches, if that's enough to give you the shelter that you need, that could be the difference between being freezing cold that night or just being moderately cold. I mean, obviously it's not enough cordage to where you're going to be able to build a luxury shelter, but it will give you enough to survive. I mean, and that's important. So a lot of different reasons that you can use this cordage for. Number 9, if you've established some sort of a base camp and you've got a fire going, you're just waiting to either get yourself out of the situation or be found. Fire is always super important, especially right now. You can see it's cold, it's snowy. Without a fire, I mean, yeah, you can survive if you know what you're doing, but it's difficult, it's uncomfortable, and it's not a guarantee. So fire is definitely something that you want to keep going. So the number 9 function of this bandana, because it's cotton, is I can use that to make char cloth. And if you don't know what char cloth is, jump up onto my page and look at how I make char cloth, and you'll be able to make it too. I use a tin container in that video, but you can use any type of organic material that just allows you to sort of smother the cloth as it smolders, not even really smolders, but as it sort of cooks in that container. Burns off all the, it doesn't even burn off, it heats it to the point where nothing is left but carbon. And when you strike it with your flint and steel or any type of striker, it immediately takes a spark, and it's great for using to put into a tinder bundle, blow into a flame, and whatnot. So definitely something, once you're established, is a benefit. Number 10, which is my favorite, the number 10 reason and the most important reason to carry your bandana is the one that you're going to comment on this video. You tell me which one I forgot, what else I can use my bandana for, and I'll appreciate that, and I'll add that to my knowledge base, and hopefully try and give it a go someday. So, at any rate, it's freezing cold out here. I want to get inside, so if you have any questions, any comments, post them down below. Please subscribe, share, watch the videos, and until next time, Paleo Greenbird signing out. Take care, guys. Bye.